Yes, you can stand. Stand up, boys.
Incredible, isn't it? Live broadcast from here. Don't you think?
We do.
Live broadcast. Back to England. Just look where we are. Have a look. I'm here on the Elijah Plateau at Mount Sinai, and I've got signal and convex available. So, 20 seconds, here we go.
20 seconds.
We're live, mate.
Live on air.
Who's nervous?
Welcome to the side of a mountain, Egypt. It is around about 6:40 here, so 4:40 with you. I have got with me Mike, Gary, Sharif, who's been our guide throughout the whole of our journey. We've got Dr. Frank, we've got Kinga, we've got Darren and Simon and Mickey Mellows and Steve Rolls, who's holding the aerial to make sure that you can hear us. We are, as you so eloquently said, on the side of a mountain. There is nothing around us at all. No civilization, no little coffee shop or anything like that just around the corner. We are here on the side of a mountain, on the side of Mount Sinai, looking over this incredible landscape. It has been an arduous journey to get here, but now we're here. We're pretty delighted, aren't we?
Yeah.
Pretty delighted. Okay, now who's going to take up the story of the day? Because the last time I spoke to people in Portsmouth, I was just about to go to bed last night. I found a creepy crawly in my sleeping bag.
That'd be Kinga.
Yeah, it was actually. It was a little bit like Kinga, to be honest with you. I ended up having a bit of a problem with my nose because I got bitten so much. When I woke up this morning, it's nice and red, isn't it?
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah. If the mozzies could pick one part of my body to bite, you knew it was going to be my conch, didn't you? Right, Kinga, what's been going on today? Because today we've been up quite a series of very treacherous mountains.
Absolutely, 3 enormous great mountains up St Catherine's, right to the top. Some of you guys went, some of us chickened out of course, but you went right up there. That took us about 2.5 hours in the blazing heat. And then we came down there 2,000 metres and then up another 2,000 metres up Mount Sinai, which is where we're standing now.
Yes, we are. Tomorrow morning at around about 4 AM we're going to the top of Mount Sinai to see the sunrise, and that will be the end of the trek. Now, Darren's been on all of the options this week. He's worked his socks off.
These tyres are pretty good.
Yeah, no,
I'm okay. Do you know what? As you join me, we've just reached camp, and I'll tell you about how hard today was, because you know how late it is. You know, I'd try and phone you before now.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at 5 yards from my bed. There is a 6-legged creature with a massive body. It looks like a cross between a fly and a spider, 1.5 inches long, and it's got a shell. And it's awful. It looks horrid. It looks creepy and crawly and disgusting. And I know I've got to sleep on this floor tonight with no tent, and that doesn't fill me with joy. It doesn't fill me with joy at all. And it's been a really, really hard day. I mean, last night and we spoke to you yesterday, Bill, and we just got to the camp. We played our game of football, and that was a nice brief respite from the trek, really. But last night the camp was invaded by wild donkeys. Now, the idea of staying inside the camp, and there's these certain sort of stoned off areas in the middle of the mountains, in the valleys. There's all around me, all 4 sides around me, there are mountains going up 2,000 metres above sea level. We're in a little valley in between 2 big mountains. And if you can imagine, the idea is that they've got a stone wall around a little area, and you camp inside the stone wall. And the idea for that is so that things like donkeys, wild donkeys, and there are a lot of them around here, don't get in. Somehow last night, the wild donkeys got into our camp. And at one point, we woke up, turned to our right, opened our eyes, and there was donkeys stomping around inside the camp about 1 yard away from us. It was hairy. It was hairy. When I woke up this morning, I didn't get much sleep as it was. When I woke up this morning, everyone was talking about was the donkeys and how the donkeys went off to make more donkeys after they'd been in our camp, and they were making a bit of noise. I'll tell you, they were enjoying themselves. And it was echoing around the valley. after that, once we woke up, we were talking about the fact that everyone had been bitten on the face from mosquitoes. A lot of mosquitoes around last night. I was bitten on the nose, unsurprising, as you can imagine, it being so hugely large above the forehead. I look like a Klingon at the moment, Ben, for all the mosquito bites I've got. and then today was about trekking and trekking hard. 9 o'clock this morning we were off and walking, and we walked until literally 10 minutes ago. It's now 7:55. I'm talking to you now in Egypt time. And that means that we've been trekking for a very long time, nearly 11 hours. We had about half an hour for lunch. There was one point today, and I hope you've been on the website and had a look at the pictures. There's a new picture on there of a whole group at the base of a mountain. And a few of us decided to climb to the top of that mountain in order to get some mobile signal to send back such pictures. It was about 2,300 metres. The rock face we had to climb was so treacherous. It was about an 80-degree vertical climb, hanging on with our nails to try and get to the top of this mountain. It was unbelievable. But once you started, you couldn't stop. You had to keep going, and everyone was there pushing you through. It was so tough, so tough. And eventually, when we got to the top, we had our reward, which was a fantastic view, which I would love to be able to describe to you. But if you can just imagine sitting on top of the mountains, looking down at peaks of other mountains, and in the distance you could see the Red Sea and the Suez Gulf. And really, it felt like being on top of the world. It really did. I rang my girlfriend from the top of that mountain. I only got about a minute on the phone before the service cut out. I tell you what, have you ever seen Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible 2?
Yeah.
Do you know that film?
I know that film.
In the Australian outback when he's sitting on top of the mountain and he climbs down the side. I was sitting on top of a mountain, higher, much higher than that, crouched down, phone in one hand, other hand holding on for dear life, making a phone call to my girlfriend to let her know that I was okay. It was a weird experience. I don't think it's one I'll have again. And then after that, we had to walk for miles. And everyone's been so good, getting behind each other and working hard together. But seriously, it was treacherous today. It was so hot, so much hard work. And then, the Egyptian guide that we've got, the Bedouin guide, keeps saying to us, yes, it's an hour, it's another hour, or whatever. But his hours are not like our hours, I don't think. I don't think he tells the time the same way we do. As a result, it seems to be a lot longer. Every time he says it's an hour, it's about 2 hours. So, but we're here. We've just about got here. We've done a lot today. Everyone's very tired. We're going to have a brief something to eat, and then everyone's going to bed, I think, because everyone's just far too tired. So hopefully we make it through another night of sleeping rough. I've got a new technique with the mosquito bite. I'm hoping to employ that today. I'll tell you more about that tomorrow, if indeed it's successful. Otherwise, I'll just pretend I didn't come up with anything new. So that's it, my friend. Thank you very much for listening to us ramble on from Egypt and between the two mountains here in Sinai. If anyone can go on the website, work out how to donate, checks may pay to the business interest, to 7.4 PO Box